This is a 15-minute follow-along knee rehab workout for acute knee injury. First, going to start with a circuit warm-up. You're going to need a chair or something to sit on. This is going to be for knee flexion. Go ahead and sit on that surface and get into a deeper seated position. If this is easy, then you'll lower the surface. We're going to be holding this position for 30 seconds one time, making sure that we're shifting into the leg that has that pain, swelling, or limited rotation. So let's do a 30-second hold here. And again, the reason why we're doing this and shifting into this side is so that we teach the body to sit deeper into a squat. If this is even too easy, you'll lower the surface, maybe have pillows stacked up, but the goal is that we're sitting lower and lower into this knee. Facing forward, you'll see the same thing, almost up here for 30 seconds. Next, we're gonna do some assisted knee flexion. We're also gonna do this for another 30 seconds. You're gonna take your good leg and you're gonna pull it backwards into as much flexion as you can, and then you can use that same leg to pull it out back into extension. You're gonna go back and forth with this for 30 seconds. Try to hold this position at the end for about 5 seconds at a time, and then we'll drag back out. So let's do this together for 30 seconds. We're encouraging that knee to flex more so that we can get full range of motion, especially after an acute knee injury. For the next one, you're gonna need a couch, a bench, a bed even. You're gonna be laying on this with your knee hanging off. You can have both legs hanging off or just focus on the one that you wanna get full knee extension with. But we're gonna relax into this and hang for 30 seconds. You can also use this leg to help pull this knee down to get more knee extension. So again, we're relaxing the best that we can. If that push is way too much, just release that and let gravity do its job. Holding here for 30 seconds. It's super important that we get full knee extension in our knees because that is something that we need for walking. Otherwise, if you don't have full knee extension, you're probably gonna be walking with a limp. So that 30 seconds is what we're aiming to hold this for. This last part of the warm-up, we're going to be doing a wall knee extension drive. So walk your legs out so that your arms are fully locked out straight. You're then going to be on one leg. Try to get your heel down to the ground and try to fully extend your knee. We're doing this for 30 seconds. You can focus on the side that is lacking that range of motion, or you can go back and forth with this, but really try to push that knee backwards, really working on that full lockout at the top, holding for 30 seconds total on one side, or switching side to side. As you can tolerate more and more, you can hold this for longer. Now we're getting into the main workout portion of this. I want you to tie a longer, thinner band to something sturdy, and then we're gonna wrap this around our ankle a couple times so that it doesn't move. We're gonna be doing a hamstring curl while we're on our stomach. We're doing 3 sets of 10 on each leg for this. So we'll be switching back and forth. You're laying on your stomach and you're going to curl the band and then slowly release it. Curl, that's 2. We're gonna do this together. 3, nice and controlled on the way down. 4, try not to hike your hip up. We're gonna make sure that our backs are nice and relaxed. Now it's 6, 7, and this is because we don't want our backs to be working. We want just our hamstrings and maybe a little bit of our glutes. Last rep. We'll switch legs so that we can allow one side to have a break at a time. It's called supersetting, so that we're not tiring out all one at the same time. Get back onto your stomach. We're gonna do 3 sets here. Curl, slowly release. 1, slowly release. 2, Again, relaxing that back, trying not to arch too much because then we're going to be using our back and not our hamstrings. 4, we're trying to go for 10 total here. You might be able, or you might be getting a cramp at the end. That's totally normal. That's really common, and that's because of a hamstring weakness. So we want to make sure that we're strengthening it to the best of our ability. If this is really easy, you can go with a thicker band, or you can step away further from the band. 10. Switch back. I'm using a relatively thinner band because hamstring curls typically are pretty hard. So if you go with a really thick band, you might not be able to move very much. I made it thicker, so I wrapped that around a couple more times to make this a little bit harder for myself. Doing another set of 10. If you do feel like it's getting easy, that's where you can just switch with the band resistance or wrap it around your ankle a couple more times. As you can see, I'm not getting all the way to my butt. That'd be really hard. I'm getting right about there is what I can do. But we're strengthening this hamstring here. One more. If you do have access to a hamstring curl machine like they have in the gym, you can totally do that. This is just an option for people that are doing this from home. It's a great way to strengthen the hamstrings without needing a full machine setup. Okay, we'll do this another time. Set of 10. Last one, 10. Good. Now we're going to move into a leg extension with the same band. So wrap that around your ankle a couple times, just like we did with the hamstring curl. But now we're going to be extending our leg in 3 different directions. So I'm actually going to wrap that around 3 times. We're going to go into full knee extension, control on the way down. We're going to do 5 reps with our foot facing forward like this. 3, 2 more. Full lock out of that quad at the top, to the best of your ability. 5. Next, we're gonna point our foot outward as we do this. So foot out as we fully extend. 5 like this. And we're not moving the hip, just the foot. 1 more. And then we're pointing the toes inward for 5 reps. So this is getting all 3 different fibers of the quad in 3 different angles. 5. We'll then switch sides. Again, we're gonna allow that one side to have a break as we go back and forth. If you feel like you can't get full leg extension with this, that's okay. Work with the range that you have. Again, we're gonna try to go 5, fully up like this. If you can only get here, that's okay. 1 more. Then we go out 5 reps. Take your time as long as you need. If you have to pause this, that's okay. And then foot inward 5 reps. 2 more. And if you get a cramp, that's okay. That's normal. That means that there's weakness that we have to work on. So now we're going to switch back. This is actually an exercise that a lot of people avoid, especially after an acute knee injury, because they're told that knee extension is bad for you. It's not. It's really functional, super important. So we're going back to that full knee extension, facing forward with the foot. 3, 5 times. Then let's point our toes outward. You might have one direction that's more challenging than the other, and that's totally normal as well. You might not be able to do one direction of your foot, and that's okay. You can do one, direction or two directions to start, and then as you get stronger, you can incorporate all three. This is ranges of motion that our knee is going to experience in everyday life, so it's important that we do all those ranges. 5 again now on this right leg. Last one. Foot out. And foot in. Awesome. Now we're gonna do an elevated glute bridge, so you're gonna need a bench or a chair, a couch, something that's gonna be somewhat cushioned because you're gonna need some cushion at your shoulder blades. So have the bench right at the bottom of your shoulder blades. You're gonna tuck your chin and you're going to hover your butt over the ground. Don't actually hit your butt on the ground. Cross your arms, fully extend and squeeze your glutes at the top and come back down. We're gonna do this 3 sets of 10. So that was 2. Keeping that chin tucked. You should feel this in your glutes. It shouldn't be too much pain in your knees if you're doing this right. If you're having pain on the inside of your knees, you might be bringing those knees together. We wanna think about keeping those knees separated, hip width apart as we're doing this. 4 more reps here. Just hovering that ground, squeezing those glutes at the top. Last 2. Good, now I take a little bit of a break before we go into the next round. Again, this is a great exercise to be able to strengthen your glutes, a little bit of your hamstrings as well, without putting too much strain or pressure on your knee itself. So you can get yourself back up using your elbows, but then once you're up, elbows are away from the bench as we hover and squeeze. 10 more reps here. Again, don't get lazy with your neck and have it extend. We gotta keep that neck chin tucked the entire time so that we're not arching our back. This is not a back exercise. This is a glute exercise. You should feel those glutes on fire by now. If you don't, that's okay. We're doing a 3rd round, so you'll feel it by then. Good. 2 more. Good, that's round 2. We're gonna go for 1 more round. If you need to go slower, that's okay. You can always pause these videos and go at your own pace, but we're giving a little bit of a breather. We will be working on some core work as well a little bit later in this workout. It's really important to stabilize and support the knee without actually having to put too much pressure on the knee, especially in an acute injury. All right, last round here. Doing 10 more reps, squeezing at the top. The mistake people make is they end right there. You want to think about full squeeze to the top without extending your back. So figure out how to squeeze those butt cheeks at the top without arching your back. Last 5 reps here. Great. Now we're gonna do a weighted march. This is a great exercise for your core, as well as getting some knee flexion and some balance in. You wanna grab a weight, something that's going to challenge you, but if you're in a lot of pain, start with something light or even no weight at all. But you're gonna hold that weight close to your chest as you shift and you go up, marching. We're gonna do 10 total. So this is 3. Goal is to do this nice and controlled. We're not going fast here, okay? Nice and controlled. The longer that you have to stay on one leg, the longer you're challenging your balance as we're doing this. I'm not shifting my torso, keeping my torso upright, working on my core strength and my balance on each leg. Okay, good. Take a little bit of a breather. As we take a breather, let me talk about how to utilize your core. So as we're doing this and standing on one leg, you don't want to let your torso bend in either direction like this. You want to think about staying strong on top of this leg, utilizing your glutes and muscles of your feet. You can see I'm doing all of these exercises barefoot because I want to work the muscles of my feet just as much as I'm working out every other muscle of my body. We'll come back, grab that weight of yours, doing another 10 reps here, nice and controlled. Try to get that knee up to 90 degrees. You might be lacking some knee flexion or hip flexion. That's okay, that's why we're doing this. So we're going nice and controlled here. Core involved. Think about gripping the ground with your feet. Two more here. 9 and 10. Great. We're gonna do a tempo squat. You can use weight if you can. If you're in a lot of pain or you're not quite there yet, go body weight with this one. And we're gonna go with the range that you feel comfortable with. So keeping that weight close to your chest. The way that you're gonna set up for a squat is any comfortable position for your feet. They can be wide, they can be together, they can be pointing out forward. There's not one size fits all when it comes to squat pattern. Have your feet positioned where you feel comfortable. Keeping that weight close to your chest. We're gonna go 5 seconds on the way down, regular up. Okay, so let's do that again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up. We're doing this 6 times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up. Now, if you can't go all the way down, that's fine. Go where you can go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up. 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. Again, so if you can't fully go down to elbows to thighs, that's okay. You want to think about tucking your hips underneath you and then maintaining that position so it's a flat back the entire time, not having your back arched as you do this. We're again working our legs into flexion, doing something functional with that squat without putting too much strain or stress on the knee. This is an acute knee rehab workout. We're trying to reintroduce movements that you may have been avoiding. So let's get back into that tempo squat. Grab your weight if you're using it. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. Last 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go, last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. We'll do one more round of that. If you're finding that you're having knee pain, I want to challenge you to think about where your knees are going when you squat. Are they caving in? That's gonna cause some pain. Think about creating torque is what I like to call it. You're gonna screw your feet into the ground to drive your knees out towards your pinky toes. If they start to cave inward, that's gonna cause you some pain in the knee. So you have to think about pulling those knees out, creating an arch with your foot, because if my foot falls flat, that's also going to collapse my knee and my ankle. So I have to create an arch, drive my knees out. That's going to engage my glutes, which is then going to allow me to squat without increased knee pain. Last round here. Grab your weight, last set of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. 3 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last rep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. Now we're going to do a finisher here with some mobility, active mobility. We're going to go 30 seconds with a walkout into a cobra pose. So let's start that. Have your knees as straight as you can have them. You can have a slight knee bend. You're going to walk yourself out, get into that cobra pose, neck extended, then come back, walk your hands back to your feet, all the way straight. We'll come back down. We're doing this in a nice flow. Go as slow or as fast as you'd like. We're stretching the back of the knees into the hamstrings, mobilizing the hips and your back as we do this. Now we're going to stretch our piriformis with using a wall. We're going to do 30 seconds on each side for this. So you're going to be on your back, cross one leg over, and then push down on this knee. Your goal is to keep your butt down on the ground, hips not off of the ground. We're going to hold this, try to relax in it for 30 seconds. This is a great exercise for that piriformis muscle, your hip muscle. The closer you are to the wall, the more of a stretch it's going to be. So if you're finding that this is too much for you, move yourself back a little bit as you do it. The goal is that you can get closer and that you can press down on this knee at the same time. Now we're gonna switch sides, same thing. We're gonna do that pull or push down on the knee for another 30 seconds on the other side. Now, my left hip is a little bit more mobile than my right, so I'm going to move closer to that wall because I can tolerate it, keeping my hips down on the ground. Lastly, we're going to be stretching your gastroc and your soleus muscle, which is in the back of your calf. So the gastroc stretches with your knee straight, soleus stretches with your knee bent. So we're going to start with the gastroc first, having your foot up against a wall. You can do it this way or leaning. I'm going to do it leaning because I have more space here, but I'm going to push into the wall and I'm going to keep my knee straight. We're going to go 30 seconds here. You can lean more into it as you feel it. The further you are away from the wall with your hands, the easier it's going to be. The closer you get to the wall, the more stretch it's going to be. You can also add a wedge underneath your heel to make it even a deeper stretch, which I'll show you on my other side when we're done. So to increase that stretch, you can use a wedge underneath your foot and do the same exact thing. 30 seconds here. Now we're going to be stretching the soleus muscle, so I'm going to show you without the wedge first. Same position, but now you're going to have your knee bent. So knee is bent on this back leg as we're leaning into the wall for another 30 seconds. You can kind of go back and forth if it's a little bit too intense to start. but we're not locking this knee out because then that would be the gastroc we're stretching. Here we're stretching the soleus, so that knee is bent. If it's too much pressure on the front of your knee, you can do 2 at a time. Go back and forth with the goal of you being able to do just that 1 30-second hold. Now we'll do the other side. I'm going to show you how to do it with a wedge. So the thicker part of the wedge is facing the wall. Knee is bent. You're going to do that same exact thing. Keeping the knee bent as you go forward. Again, if it's too difficult, you can have 2 feet up on 2 wedges as you have them bent. Closer you get to the wall, the easier it is. So I like to lean my arms up against. If your arms are getting tired holding like this, getting kind of like a plank position, because the goal here is stretching that gastroc and the soleus with these exercises, not necessarily an arm workout. All right, there you have it. We have a quick acute knee injury rehab workout that you can do from home easily. If you want more workouts like this, go check out my other workouts that I have for knee rehab that you can follow along. I'm gonna do them with you, tell you exactly how to do them as we do it together. I'll see you there.